What is up, everyone? So last time you guys saw me, we got the exhaust on the Chaser, and now it is officially dyno ready. I prepped the rest of it, got the fuel pump in there. It is ready to get shoved on the dyno and finally make some jam, and I'm so excited, but can't do it today because I'm a little behind. We have to get the coupe ready for LZ's event this weekend at Englishtown, the Clean Culture LZ Invitational thing. It's gonna be great, and I really wanna drive the coupe just because all the boys are gonna be driving cars to this level, and I wanna hang out with them. The Z, I wouldn't mind driving, but the coupe, this thing's just so fun to drive. So, as you guys saw at the last competition, I lost my clutch, right? So I could push the clutch in, but it doesn't go into gear. And I'm not convinced it's the clutch. I think it's the transmission. The transmission was having a bunch of issues prior. It was already having a hard time going into third gear. And well, we have to take it apart to figure out what the heck is actually wrong with it. And so today we need to get that thing apart so we could fix it in time. So the big predicament is I need a lift here. We're not doing the trans on my back. And well, the S13 has been on the lift for a while because I actually needed a drive shaft. It has been drive shaftless for like a month now because I kind of stole LZ's to do the 6-speed swap, and he finally needed it back, and I think we both forgot that I had it. So I sent it to him, and well, my new drive shaft finally showed up so we can get it installed and get this thing on the ground, and I'm super pumped about it. Check this thing out. So it might just seem like a drive shaft, but when you're doing like crazy engine trans combos in cars, or you have cars that just aren't common to come by, getting a drive shaft isn't the easiest task ever. Until I found my boys down at PST Drive Shaft, made here in America, and they were able to actually make me a completely custom drive shaft for my S15. Check this thing out. And this thing's a little over the top. As you can tell, not only is it a one-piece drive shaft, of course, it's made of carbon fiber.
That looks nuts.
Doesn't this look ridiculous? Yeah, this is completely over the top for the black S15. So if you guys don't know who PST is, they've been making drive shafts here in America for over 40 years. Carbon fiber alone for 20 plus years, which is pretty crazy to think about. And they're extremely well known in the drag racing world for having some of the most high-end shafts in some of the fastest cars out there. And well, they also make street car drive shafts like this, right? Super easy. You hit them up, they ask you for what measurements they need, you send them in, a week or so later, sometimes less, you get a drive shaft. Easy as that, which, as you guys know right now, trying to get stuff off the shelf like this is extremely difficult, especially if you have a crazy setup where you literally can't just do a drop-down menu. So if you got a swap or anything, even if you want like a one-piece drive shaft for your stock car, hit them up. And if you use discount code JimmyO, you get free shipping, which definitely adds up. So for now, let's get this thing in the car. Little slip yoke action. Look at that. Now you're probably wondering why I got a carbon shaft. Is it necessary? Nope. Did I want it? Hell yeah, because it's cool as hell. But of course they make aluminum and steel shafts, right? Because the majority of cars will have that. They actually don't recommend carbon fiber for the street just because if they get damaged or if they're exposed to a lot of heat, which could damage them, they will actually kind of fall apart. They're kind of meant not only to be lighter, but if a drive shaft does break, which drive shafts do break, it doesn't turn into this big missile, right? If you snap a steel shaft, it basically turns into this giant wrecking ball that just blows everything apart and can actually really hurt you. The carbon shafts just kind of fall apart, which is nice. But whatever you need, steel shaft, aluminum shaft, doesn't matter, they make it. They're affordable, they're easy to work with, and you really can't beat it. And we've actually been talking about working together and doing a complete S chassis line, since I basically have every S chassis and every combo of engine in them, so I think that'll be pretty dope. After I get this wrench unstuck. All right, forever later, it is so nice to see this car finally on the ground. Like, it's been up in the air, out of the way for so long, I like forgot I owned it, and I've missed it. But coupe is on the lift, took an hour, but we're good. So this might sound like a simple trans removal, which I don't know if that's a thing, but the big issue is here we have a 6-cylinder that belongs in a car that came with a 4-cylinder, right? Attached to it is one of the biggest manual trans they make, which is the CD trans. It's a tight fit. So with my old adapter plate, couldn't physically pull the trans in the car, but since I now have the Fish Racing bell housing conversion, the best kit they make out there, it's a lot more petite. So I'm really hoping we could pull the trans with the engine in the car. Because if I pull the engine, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. So we have a lot of stuff to unbolt. Let's get to it. off, I feel less or more optimistic now. Man, this car got rocked the last couple events, dude. Alright, so we got the engine to tilt back with the trans, right? And we lowered the subframe like probably half an inch. And it's looking promising. 10 minutes ago, I was fully convinced this thing was screwed, but now it looks like we have just enough room to actually snake the trans out without it actually getting caught in the firewall, which is like the best news ever. So there's one bolt up top that's so questionable. If this bolt comes out, it ain't going back in. Cling. Dude, I was feeling some type of way the day I put this trans on. Come on.
Gym tight 2.0.
Don't break, don't break, don't break. Okay, see Steve, this is the mechanics 101 right here. When that happens, either it slipped off, you tripped the bolt, you broke something, or the bolt came loose. The survey says...
On a trip to Disneyland.
Oh no, I don't think it broke loose. Oh, it broke loose.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. It's still pretty far away, but I can see the light. Oh, yeah.
Guys ready to get dirty?
Saw that. Hey, it looks pretty clean.
Looks nice to me.
So here's the thing that sucks, right? Even if it is my clutch, right? I kind of need to replace the trans because if you guys saw in the track day video, my third gear synchro was like gone, which really sucks because second and third is like my most common shift. And like, it's like a brand new, this trans is like brand new. It sucks, but so be it. What's nice is you can still buy these trans brand new. It's not like one of these things where I have to go hunt around all over the country trying to find one, so.
Yeah.
There's that. All right, so everything's off the trans, so it should come out. We gotta be careful though because it's still tight on the firewall, so hopefully it allows us to get past the clutch, and it's just really heavy, so. So now I think, oh man, it's like caught in the firewall already. This is not good. I dropped the rear. Will it drop?
It's hanging.
It's hanging? This is not good.
This looks crazy.
All right. Sorry, boys.
It ain't gonna fall.
It's gonna fall.
You're gonna let it just fall?
Dude, you're gonna cut the fucking clutch.
The nub for the starter is hitting because it's the biggest. So the biggest part of the bell housing, of course, is the nub for the starter, right? So that's hitting the transom pretty hard. But you know what? When we get the thing out, we can just whack it with a hammer. But for now, it's really fucking screwing us right now.
Got your name on that.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Fish Racing. Love those guys. They do me really good.
Really?
Oh man.
Oh, don't take it out.
It's hitting my damn hand. It's moving. This poor clutch, dude. It's so stuck.
He's gonna just drop. Watch this.
Oh, it's gonna come out.
Get a tire. Get a fucking tire.
Yeah, get a tire. I'm gonna drop this bitch out of here. No, third gear is gone. Even if my clutch is the problem, which is possible, right? Shit's still gone.
Go easy, double clutch it, maybe get in third gear.
Yeah, drift cars don't work like that. And when you, yeah, get a couple tires. We'll kick this bitch out of it.
That was perfect.
That was nice, right?
That was perfect.
Smooth. Jimmy the foot back at it again.
That was perfect. Fine. Don't try this at home, kids.
Nope.
That worked too good.
That was textbook. Looking at our clutch, it looks perfectly fine, right? So, my subframe broken? What? That's where that, how did I just realize that? That's where that clunk was coming from.
Broken subframe.
Dude, this thing has had a mystery clunk for so f***ing long. I've bolt checked this thing, done all the bushings, and always had a clunk. My subframe must have been cracked this whole time. Do you see it?
Yeah.
No f***ing way.
Yeah. Right here.
There's another issue. Oh. You see it split? Can you get it on the camera? See this big ass gap right here?
Oh
you see
yeah.
that on camera?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
the
supposed to be there.
subframe just broke in like half. Look, the whole top one.
Okay, yeah, we can see it. I'm sorry.
No way. Fuck. I might as well just pull the damn engine at this point. No, I can't. That's so inconvenient. Steve!
What do we do?
I'm happy I just noticed it now, right? Because I would have sucked if we did all this on like Thursday night and then we just noticed my subframe's broken. Wow, that is really inconvenient. I don't know if they could tell on camera. My subframe's literally broken in half right here.
Okay, that's not supposed to be.
You see Big Jim's finger?
Yeah, that's not supposed to be.
Hell no.
Okay, damn.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, whatever. Everything's great. Oh. That's not good. No way.
Is that seized on there?
Yeah. You welded your clutch disc to your flywheel.
That's
That
what
makes
happened?
sense.
Wow, I haven't seen that in
I
a
feel like it was underpowered at any moment.
Bro, yeah.
Get a screwdriver.
No way.
Pop that bitch off.
I hadn't seen that in a long time.
Got so hot it welded together.
Yeah, so right. So the clutch was slipping, but it wasn't slipping a lot. It was slipping enough that I didn't really feel it.
There you go. Oh my god.
You see it, Steve?
Yeah.
Look at this. I've never, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. F***ing way. Look at
Wow,
it. Look, you see that, Steve?
Yeah.
shit.
That's nuts.
Holy shit.
This poor thing. That poor flywheel.
Can I see it? Good news is these things are built well. These things are not loose at all.
Crazy, right?
They're still, like, I would think that with that much heat and beating the shit out of it like that, you'd loosen the rivets up a little bit, but
Wow. That's how a clutch works, Steve.
Sheesh.
Wow.
What a discovery.
That's fucking nuts.
The next day.
All right, we're making moves. So the only thing I need right now is a clutch, which shows up tomorrow, which is fantastic. So we were able to save the flywheel last night. I brought this up to JP and he grounded it down for me, got it back to being straight and fresh. It was pretty bad. I mean, you could tell how much heat was in this thing just by literally the hot spots in the back. It looks like someone welded to it, which is pretty nuts. So luckily I have the CD for the S13 right here that we're gonna cut up and get this ready to go into the coupe, just because this transmission, even though it wasn't the issue, third gear is still really, really bad. Maybe you could replace just the synchro, but obviously we don't have enough time for that, so we're gonna put this off to the side and deal with that later on. Maybe you could replace just the synchro, but obviously we don't have enough time for that, so we're gonna put this off to the side and deal with that later on. But for now, what I gotta do is weld the subframe back together in the car. Right, RJ?
whatever you say, boss.
Welcome to have you back. Welcome to have you back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're welcome to have me back.
Thank you for coming home.
I'm glad to be on.
RJ went to California and just did RJ things, but we're happy to have him back. So I tried this before, and if I can get this thing to hold in position, watch, it's gonna pop back into place. You see it?
I do.
Going back together. Love to see it. Everything's great. Cool. Oh, here's my other stick. To pull this subframe, it's a lot of work. So we're gonna refrain from that because we have too much stuff to do. All right, let's get some welds up in there. Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. Jeez. Putting some heat in this bit.
You starting a fire?
Probably, there's a lot of grease in here.
Oh, great.
Oh. Chill.
My boy Jimmy welded, don't look. Starlight.
I'm gonna call past Jimmy out for this one. I definitely did not brace that enough. Holy shit. Huh.
Remember how you always say that's a problem for future Jimmy?
Yeah, but I'm usually pretty
And then
good.
you're like, fuck that guy.
I'm usually pretty good to that guy. I put a lot of thought in every move I make. So the good thing about MIG weld is you could add so much material. So I kind of went to town on this thing and just basically filled that whole inch gap in. It might not be the prettiest looking thing ever, but it penetrated and it ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna coin the rack fixed. One step in the right direction. All right, so the last thing I have to do today to get prepped for the parts show up to get it all together is we have to convert the CD trans to fit on the JZ engine, right? Because this transmission came in the 350Z, which is meant to bolt to a VQ, not to a JZ. Obviously the bell housing and everything is different, right? As you guys have probably noticed, CD trans have been turning into kind of the go-to swap trans lately for a couple reasons. One, you could buy them brand new, which is really nice. Two, it's modern tech, so it feels nice. It's not clunky like the old transmissions. And three, they're extremely strong. They have their weak points, but overall they're pretty strong. Now there's two different ways to adapt this transmission to, or any transmission to any engine. You can get an adapter plate, which is a plate, bolts to an engine, then the trans bolts to the plate, and there's a flywheel to make up for the difference, right? The second way, and if this option is available, I'd recommend it, is actually getting a full bell housing adapter, right? So this thing will actually end up bolting onto the transmission and making it bolt directly to the engine, which allows you to run sometimes a stock flywheel or a minimal size flywheel, which greatly improves the feel and the noise. You can get a lot of chatter with these big ass adapter flywheels, but that being said, some setups you have to run a plate, right? You can't run an adapter without housing. And there are companies out there that have it really figured out. Like the PMC guys, they really kill it. But for this, we have the Fish Racing bell housing adapter for the CD. And the guys over at Fish, they make many adapters for the CD to other engines out there, a lot of popular engines. So if you guys are interested in CD swapping your car, I'll put the link in the description, check them out. It's a beautiful product. And this thing will convert our CD to bolt directly to the JZ, and it allows me to run a standard stock size clutch, right? Not a stock clutch, but a stock fitment clutch. But as you guys can tell, there is no way to unbolt the factory housing. But we do have all these bolts that bolt on the front cover, and this will actually turn into our new bell housing bolts. So for now, we gotta get this piece out of the way. So we're gonna cut it off. No turning back now. It's all cleaned up, so we're gonna take the housing off, or the front cover off. Probably reuse that damn gasket. So that's it. A little RTV up top to hold it in place. Okay, let's see. Hope the seal is good. I'm gonna find out.
Have you guys got perfume on?
No.
No. It smells like. Hey, you got perfume on?
Hurry, it's heavy.
You guys need a little fan or something in here. It's hot in here.
Bro, I've been stuck in here doing this all day.
You hot here?
It's been hot all day.
I just stepped in here and I feel the sweat on my upper lip. I'm moving.
You got that, honey?
Oh yeah.
Torque the spec, baby. Come on, there we go.
What's the torque spec?
14 foot-pounds. So the last thing we need now is a throwout bearing. As you can see, there's not one in there right now because I idiotically ruined the last one. So Duarte from Drift HQ has been running in circles for me trying to find one that we can get overnighted here. So Duarte, if you're watching this, huge shout out, and huge shout out to Drift HQ for making this happen. Oh my God. Don't tell me that's stripped. Don't. Oh. That one's spinning. That'll be the icing on the cake today.
Tell me about the phone.
I dropped my phone in that bucket of oil right there. Moments ago. It's so bad. It's been. Oh, and I'd spill all that. It's been a rough 15 minutes behind the camera right now. This car better hit this weekend. So much money, so much work. Drifting. It's all worth it though. All right, transmission set up. I gotta throw the shifter on, but I'm gonna do that off camera. Got a lot of cleaning to do. I just got the sniffles out of nowhere. Clutch shows up tomorrow. Then it all goes in. and everything's gonna be great. Car is gonna be amazing this weekend. I'm gonna have a fabulous time. It's all gonna work out. So, man, I can't believe that the clutch welded itself to the flywheel. I'm really excited to get a new clutch in it, and hopefully it makes the car feel a lot peppier and a little bit more dialed. I did put a number on that clutch in the beginning of the season because I had my slave cylinder actually set up wrong, so I feel like I was dooming myself from the beginning, but everything's brand new. It's gonna be great. I know how everything needs to be set up now, and the car's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a great time. I'm actually really excited because after that Ignition Speed Festival and that last competition, I feel so comfortable in that car finally, and I can't wait to go back to the track and drive with the boys at E-Town after learning so much. I'm gonna stop rambling on. I got a lot of stuff to do still, so thank you guys for watching, even though it was kind of a mess, and I appreciate you guys every single day. So you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys very shortly.